It's Blake here from Team MST Negates, bringing you guys next episode of Market Watch for Digimon card game. So not much has really changed because we haven't had any more product released quite yet. Um, so more or less just going to be touching on things as a whole. So if you remember from last week, I brought up Flower Cannon, and again, it's a fantastic card. But if I recall, I said that it was not worth that price point. And for the alternate art, we have dropped down drastically to that's only 15 sales. If you want to get a verified seller, 35.24 with 99 cent shipping. I believe last week it was 50 plus. So if you waited to get this, good. I think it's probably best to wait to do so anyways. If you don't care if you get the alt art or not, the regular flower cannon, just the rare, it's again if you want to get a verified seller, it's $12. Otherwise, if you want to trust newer sellers, $9.89. You're basically paying $10. So it's really not too bad. Again, this was I think around 20 last time. So like I said, waiting sometimes on these is probably the best thing you can do. But Flower Cannon is definitely down in price, which I am not surprised by. I would say go ahead and make sure you have your play sets of them if you want to play green, just because I mean, it is a relatively good card. Or if you want to play anything really, I mean it's just good. Um, Especially with 1.5 coming soon. I know green is getting a bit more support in there. So I would say if you want to play green, especially after 1.5, make sure you do have these. Speaking of 1.5, I was looking at the prices on the booster boxes for sealed for pre-order, and it's not very good to see that they're 199 and up so far. It's very disheartening to see, especially someone who wants to get into the card game, but no local card stores have these products coming in. Again, with MSRP supposed to be $80, but now we're at nearly 200, 1 cent away from 200 for a set that hasn't released yet. We don't know how short these are going to be, if it's going to be short or not. I'm really hoping this one gets more production than 1.0 did, but we're not really sure. So, again, if you want one of these, I wish you best of luck in trying to find one, because 200 is really rough for just one booster box. At that point, I would say probably just buy singles unless you wanted to get all of the alt art Omnimon Alter S. I think last time I didn't realize he had an alt art when I was looking at him. Yeah, because last time I think the highest card in the set was like $80. I was like, oh yeah, this is the most expensive one, but I didn't realize that there was an alt art version of it, which is $174.99. Now, I will say I believe this will probably go down to some degree, just because we have Omnimon alt art in the set 1.0 that started out as about 180, somewhere in that range, and now it's dropped down. Uh, Actually, let's see how far it has dropped down. Let's, oop, one, two. I want to say it's down to like 130 or something like that now. I apologize. It's taking its minute to load. All right, well, oh, never mind. Here we go. I was gonna say I was gonna come back to that, but yeah, 130. So this has gone down over time as well. So if you were looking to get the alt art for Omnimon Alter S, just give it some time. It might fall down like this one has, because 185 or 175, excuse me, that's right there at buying a box. I know you're not guaranteed this by any means, but at that point I would probably just buy a box in all honesty. War Greymon is interesting for the alt art. I looked yesterday and like the day before yesterday as I was planning to start recording, and they were down to 65 or 60-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. But now they're back up to 84.94 for someone, again, 0% credit. So if you want to get a trusted seller, a verified seller, it's $90. I still don't quite understand the buyout that keeps happening because again it gets to 60 some dollars and then jumps back up. It gets down and it goes back up and it has not stopped since then. So War Greymon, I mean, if you want the card, go ahead and get it. But I would just keep your eye on the market because this has gone down in the past few days and then jumped back up. If you can get it when it's around that $60 mark, I think that's probably the best place you can pick it up, since I don't think it's going to go below that anytime soon. Next, we had just regular Omnimon. I believe last time I looked at him, he was about $70, maybe 65, somewhere in that range. But I've seen him starting to trend upwards again. Again, if you want a verified seller, it's $78, and it's quickly going up and up and up until you get to 80. So still, again, the best card for 1.0 if you want to play red or blue. Excuse me, if you want to play red or blue, I mean, he's not a must, but if you want to make it as competitive as possible, Omnimon's the way to go. But keep an eye on the price because it has dipped down a couple of times, but now it's trending upwards again. So I would just keep an eye on it. And then the last thing to talk about are the sealed promos and tournament promos, things like this. The Tamer Evolution boxes I've seen people selling now. On TCG, the lowest one is pretty much 500. I would keep your eye on other places as well. I've seen some people on some of the Facebook groups selling it for 350. So if you wanted everything sealed, I would go that route because 500 is a little steep. We see the Gaia Force promo card is now almost $200. So I mean, any of the alt arts from that Tamer box aren't too bad to pull. The Metal Greymon being 90, Flower Cannon being 94, which I think that's part of the reason why Flower Cannon has gone down. Is this becoming more readily available? Since we have now a third version of it, which is now max rarity, it's brought the other two down substantially, if I had to guess. Also, Diabormon is trending downwards. It was around 70 something last week, but now it's down to about 60. Uh, Not much else has changed, again, other than the introduction of the new promo cards from the Tamer box. But I did want to note Demi Devimon, excuse me, is trending upwards. I had seen him going for 20s to 30s. Now he's back up to 60s with only 3 listings. Infirmon still going down. Karasarimon, it's sticking around 25 to 30 in that range. But the one that's interested me the most is Karmon, because he doesn't have much of an effect other than it gets 1,000 for whatever's digivolved on top of him. So it's really not that much. It's really not that much inherently good, other than again it just gets 1,000 during your opponent's turn. Which I mean can definitely come in handy if you're playing black blockers. Just give a blocker an extra 1,000 DP during your opponent's turn. I mean, I guess it's always nice. But it's on the trend of $40 now. Yeah, if you want to get one from a verified seller, it's $39.93. So that's pretty much $40 right there. So I would just wait on him personally, unless you really want to play like black blockers. Because I mean, it's good, but is it that good, and will it get played once you get to set 5 with all the Diabormon support that we're getting? I don't know. Uh, so that would be my personal take on it. Otherwise, I think the rest of the tournament packs, the promo cards, are trending downwards, except for the ones out of the Tamer Evolution box. I think those are going to be relatively high no matter what, just because it's hard to get that box itself. Yeah. Well, anyways, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next Market Watch come next week. And if you're planning on using TCG Player to buy any cards, whether it be something like the Tamer Evolution box or anything that we've talked about, pre-ordering anything from set 1.5, use our TCG affiliate link down in the description below. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it supports us directly. Which means that we'll be able to do more videos, whether it be for Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, anything of the sort. So, if you like the video, again, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you all next time.